We're going to now talk about creating a multi-step offer inside Screen Popper. As you can see, when the page first loads, you can see the pop-up. It's the same content that's located in the editor. But what happens if we wanted to display something on top of that and then show that later on, something like this? What would we have to do? Now let's head over into the Campaign Manager and talk about JavaScript. JavaScript is a programming language that can add different interactions to your pop-up. If you click the Custom JS settings, JS for JavaScript, you'll see that we have two tabs available, one to paste your code and one to show you a few of the callbacks available and the things you can use inside your Screen Popper. I went ahead and copied them into this text file to demonstrate them for you clearly. There are several things that you can interact with directly in the pop-up as it's in its different phases. One is when the pop-up is first loaded, the library, all the code and content behind the pop-up, the parts that make it ready for action. We also can detect when it is actually ready, when everything is loaded, when it's been opened, when it's been closed, and also when a form has been submitted. Inside these little JavaScript functions, I've added a line to output the different states so you can watch along. One is loaded, ready, opened, closed, and submitted. And you can also see that I've added the pop-up ID is, and we have the pop-up ID here to show you what that means. So this is how we're going to do it. We're just going to take this, we're going to paste it inside the JavaScript box, and click Save. Now when I go back to view the pop-up on this home page, you'll be able to see the different states. First, the code was loaded. Now the code is ready to be used. Now the pop-up is opened. And if I submit some test data, you'll see that the form was submitted and the pop-up ID is 1. And as the pop-up closes, you'll see an alert saying that it's done so. Let's modify this existing content in here and perform something directly on the pop-up. So let's head back into the editor where we can gather some more information about the pop. Now we have here as an image, and we're going to place it over the content. And if we double click this image, we'll see a container ID up on top, and it says image 141 with this number following it. All we need to do is copy that. And so here's the idea. When the pop first loads, we want to show this, and then when this image is clicked, we want to hide this image. To start our example, we're going to just work in one of the JavaScript functions. You saw the different states available, but what we're really interested in is the ready state. When the pop is ready to be opened, we want to listen for something called a click, which means when somebody clicks this button, and when that click happens, we want to take an image and we want to hide it. So here is where we would paste that image that we just found by double-clicking the image earlier. We'll take this JavaScript and we're going to now paste it in the previous JavaScript section on the other page. So clicking the Custom JS button again, highlighting the box and removing everything inside, and pasting our new line of code which says when the pop is ready, listen for that image being clicked, and when it is clicked, hide the image. So let's go ahead and save that. And let's go back to pop-up and take a look at how it works. This time it's loaded, but now you see it's not the same offer we saw before. It actually has something over it. So let's just follow what the instructions say. Click to learn more. And when I click that, it hides that layer. We could also put inside the hide a time, such as 1 second. 1 second is equal to 1,000 in JavaScript. So if I click Save, and now I reload the page, you'll see that when I click it, it closes and hides that layer within 1 second. The last thing to do is to find the rest of the elements, and let's head back into the editor to do that. Everything that you click has a specific ID available to it, so you can hide and show any part of the pop-up. So if we click the Submit button and we click the Advanced, we'll see that this container ID is called Form 139 with the following numbers. The same thing with the text. Here's the text ID. So as you can see, by creating your pop-up in layers, you can actually hide and show the different layers depending upon what is happening inside the pop. And that is typically done inside the Ready function and picking up the click. And with the click, you can hide and show different elements based on your needs. Another great feature by Screen Popper.